Now, growing up, I rather enjoyed SpongeBob Squarepants, though there was something about it that just felt a little off. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that it's a show about a talking sea sponge who looks like a kitchen sponge, even though that's not in any way, shape, or form how sponges actually look in reality. No, there just seemed to be something not quite right just below the surface. And it seems like there are a lot of people who felt roughly the same way, as we now have a lot of dark fan theories. So let's talk about that. This is 5 of the darkest fan theories we could find about SpongeBob Squarepants. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when we upload fresh content. Now let's start off with one of the more popular and well-known ones. In the early half of the 20th century, the United States did quite a bit of testing of nuclear technology in an area off the coast of the Marshall Islands known as Bikini Atoll. Now, why does that name sound so familiar? Oh yeah, that's right, it sounds like Bikini Bottom, where the show takes place. So the fan theory goes like this. The US irradiated the waters around Bikini Atoll to such a degree that all the creatures in the area mutated into the forms that we see them on the show, which would explain why they can talk and all that, and they eventually went on to establish the little town of Bikini Bottom. There hasn't been any official confirmation of any part of this theory outside of the voice actor for SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, stating that Bikini Bottom was kind of named after Bikini Atoll. The rest of the parts of the theory were dismissed, but who really knows? You know what I could go for right now? Anything except for a Krabby Patty, because those sound disgusting. There is a well-known theory that states that the main reason why Mr. Krabs keeps the formula for Krabby Patties under such heavy security is due to the fact that they are made from actual crabs, which would mean that Mr. Krabs is in fact an actual cannibal. See, outside of Mr. Krabs, his mother, and the very rare out-of-town crab, there doesn't seem to be that large a population of crabs in Bikini Bottom. So perhaps Mr. Krabs is killing them and turning them into the addicting fast food item. Plus, if you look at the Krusty Krab menu, you will see that every item on there is named after the main ingredient in it. So Krabby Patties, pure crab, which is horrific and really gross. But then again, it is the most popular food item in Bikini Bottom, so maybe it's worth a try. After I finish this delicious bowl of Soylent Green, that is. As I said in the introduction to this video, SpongeBob SquarePants is a very odd show. The characters are all extremely out there and weird, behaving in ways that are downright wacko at times. And there's one fan theory that claims to have an explanation for that. The theory asks one simple question. What if all the characters in Bikini Bottom represent a specific mental disorder? It certainly would explain quite a few things about the way that the characters act. SpongeBob is apparently a neurotic or anxiety disorder, perhaps ADHD. Patrick is bipolar. Squidward is narcissistic. Mr. Krabs is a downright covetous psychopath. And Plankton is an egotistical sociopath. Now, on many occasions, the characters do display some of the warning signs for these disorders. However, it's kind of hard to say since they aren't, human. You can't really diagnose a starfish with a human disorder, or a kitchen sponge. Still though, it is a fairly interesting idea. Alright, now let's get downright juvenile. There's an episode in season 1 where SpongeBob and Sandy become absolutely obsessed with karate, which does sound like the normal levels of absurdity that one would expect from a SpongeBob episode. However, there is a fan theory that postulates that karate is a euphemism for something a little bit more adult. The theory is basically that if you replace every instance of karate in that episode with sex, the episode still works exactly the same. They do karate in public places, in his house, her house, everywhere. It's kinda gross. SpongeBob even tries to have phone karate with Sandy. Yeah, phone karate. Just try to think about that for a second. Even for SpongeBob SquarePants, that's nonsensical. It might just be that we here at Screen Rant apparently have dirty minds, and so do a lot of you, but honestly, when you think about it, it kind of works, which is weird for me to point out. Since it's a kid's show, I feel dirty. Now, if that last theory made you uncomfortable, it's okay, as numerous organizations claim that SpongeBob SquarePants is gay and promotes homosexuality. Wait, what? Groups such as the National Commission for the Defense of Morals from Ukraine have claimed that SpongeBob SquarePants promotes immoral behaviors which will turn kids into criminals and perverts. In fact, over the years, countless numbers of people and organizations have said similar things about the show. and its main character, calling it part of the homosexual agenda, which is an abhorrent level of homophobia that is disgusting to even suggest. And even if it were true, bigotry such as that has no place in our modern world. Plus, the whole fan theory, if you can even really call it that, kind of falls apart once you realize that sea sponges are asexual, which actually, now that I think about it, also pokes some holes in the previous theory as well. Pokes some holes. Get it? Because he's a sponge and holes? I'll just see myself out. And that's our list. Were there any SpongeBob related fan theories that you'd like to see us take a look at in a future video? And which one of these was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're watching this on Facebook, click the link to be taken to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.